H really is out here doing the Lord's work.
Listen, when you're out there, pants down, schlong in hand.
Okay.
Sir, I'm trying to have a conversation, please. Sir, stay out of my business. This is what happens when you get in my business. America.
Yeah, well, he'll kill you. Watch out. I told you. What did I just say?
You don't know me. You don't know me like that. You don't know what I know. Welcome to my brain. All are welcome. All are welcome.
Hey, little chonks. Welcome back to another filthy little chonky stream. It is just going to be a chill stream where I just wanted to play. I had did some work today. I did some work on a video and decided I wasn't going to do the video because I just didn't like the way that it came out. It's always disappointing. Cause just we put a lot of work in, but you just wasted a whole bunch of stuff. But you live and you learn. But yeah, anyways, I wanted to play Enshrouded again because I have a lot of busy work to do in there. So I figured we could do what we do sometimes on the weekends here, where we just chill and look at stuff on the internet, because there is some internet nonsense to look at. And I can do my little humdrum thing, because I was just gonna watch a movie, but then I was like, meh, I didn't really feel like watching a movie. So here we are. Fill out this paperwork. Paperwork never ends. Things that'll tell you about streaming. Paperwork fill out. Especially if you're doing it yourself. Alright. That is running. This. Just check this one thing. Hold on a second. Alright. Then he voot it up, and I have to put it in its little corner so it can be free floating again. Stick around with the sound, so give me just a second to set this up. Library. Shroud, you're gonna hear some probably Enshrouded music for a little bit, but don't you worry about it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, I have so much to do. I figured that. I realized that last night when I was playing. I was like, oh god, a lot of grindy stuff to do, which I don't mind. I'm not plugged into the right. Oh, plugged into the right one. Oh, I'm not hearing sound. Oh, is it because I'm not in it? Yep, because I wasn't clicked into it. Okay, give me a second. It's full screen windowed. There we go. Put this down here in the corner. That there. Okay. I think that'll work. I think that should do. Oh, right. It's not keybound. I think it's. Oh, duh. I just said it's not keybound. I was like, I think it's 3. Not 3. It's not keybound at all. Oh, shoot. I forgot what I called it. I always forget what I called it. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? There she is. Okay, now we just gotta fix it a little bit. Okay, I didn't realize I had to make it this skinny. There we go. Now we got it. All right, let's move this down a little bit wider. Yeah, it can kind of go a little wider. Okay. Let's get that back in that corner there. There's Sauron. We're going to be building a flower garden. As riveting as that sound, I figured to watch stuff. One thing I do want to watch here. Let me click out of it so you don't hear the hell. Actually, you know what? Let me, we're going to have no music. And the master volume is going to be down. That's just how I can maybe a little. Nah, no music. We don't need music. Just quiet. Be quiet. One of the things I wanted to look up, because I saw on, I think a short or whatever, this. Okay, I figured, yeah, people making videos about it. Pokimane did a little thing about her editor, which was wild, but I want to see if I could get the whole, I don't even know how to spell it. Pokimane. I definitely spelled it wrong. Dang. I want to see if I could see the whole thing, the whole clip, and not just like the little like side thing. I don't need someone who's just gonna talk about it. Which I guess everyone under the sun. Pokimane boyfriend aesthetic. Oh gosh. What kind of rabbit hole did I just click in? See, I've only seen the little minute. I guess this is longer. But if you don't know, here's the freaking clip.
Pizza party.
Pizza party. Offline network. Never heard of them.
You have time to talk. I'm ready to finally tell you.
No, I want the actual, just the clip. Not the whole. I don't want someone's. I don't need your crazy opinion. Ugh. This is the problem. I guess we could go to her. Ugh, but I don't know what video that would be in. Damn it. Okay, well, who's good at not intruding in on their video? That's the one thing. I always have to find a way to. Oh, look at this thing. Look at this freaking thing. It has 2 videos playing. I mean, I wouldn't mind to talk. I have 3 going right now. So, I guess Voice Critical probably has the. He does talk, but I guess he wouldn't have the most. I was just looking for like a wider context of it, but I guess nobody's gonna have that. And instead of going through her entire streams, which I don't know how much she streams, I assume it's a lot. It's got to be a lot, right? You're not gonna find it. Maybe I can just type in clip. Nope, that gave even worse. Wow. Huh. All right. Well, I'm sure he has those.
There's a crazy clip from Pokimane.
Usually puts the full clip in. Usually.
When I was like super many years ago, when I was like super omega active on YouTube, and I was working with a lot of different editors. There was one editor in particular that I would work with a lot because his edits were really, really good, but he had one major problem, which was that sometimes out of nowhere, his videos would just be like a week or 2 late. Months go by, and he messages me out of the blue, and he says, "Hey, do you have time to talk? I'm ready to finally tell you why I've been struggling so much with deadlines."
In the history of the human race, I don't think there has ever been a good ending to the sentence.
Yeah, I just can't find the clip now. Sorry about that. I wish I'd had just the clip
Tell
part.
me why he proceeds to tell me that the reason why he would sometimes turn around videos a week or 2 late is because he couldn't stop touching himself. I was trying to pick which word to use.
That's the clip I saw. So I didn't see any more than that. I saw it. I'm pretty sure I saw it. Maybe I saw it on TikTok or whatever. But yeah, I just saw that clip's been making the rounds. Which one, it was nice because usually, I mean, I don't know anything about Pokimane. I don't watch her videos. I don't do anything. And my only thing I have with Pokimane is I just see her constantly when like all the negative stuff, which is kind of sad because I don't know anything about her or anything, but I have like a pseudo negative connotation when it comes to her because it's just every time she pops into whatever feed that I'm in, it's usually something stupid that she's done and it's negative. So for once, I was glad. I was like, oh, it doesn't concern her doing something stupid this time. That's nice. But yeah, just a wild. And again, and at first I was just like, "Does this happen recently?" But as she said, it happened like years ago. So I guess it's okay to talk about it. But yeah, what a wild, unhinged thing. I mean, it's one thing for someone to just to do that in general. Like, imagine you're just so obsessed with someone that you can't even like work because you're just too busy beating your meat all the time. But then to say that to someone's face, to say it to that person's face is ridiculous. You know? like what do you think was gonna happen? Like, what do you think she's gonna be like? Oh, you know what? Me too, bro. Me too, bro. Ah, shit, I broke one of my berry bushes that I wasn't ready. Oh, gosh. But yeah, I just couldn't imagine. that. What a wild thing to say. I hope maybe he has more, because that was the only context. That's why I wanted to look for the full context of the clip, but it looks like there's a little bit more.
To me, his, in a way, employer of many, many months.
It is your employer.
Stop.
Let's see. Is that it? Oh, no, there's more. Okay, good. Yeah, because that's where I saw. I didn't even see the beginning part, the many, many years part in the clip I saw. It was just that part. Let's see. Yeah, you can always count on Charlie to at least have majority of the clip. Okay. I don't know what he's doing there.
When I tell you I've never halted a conversation so fast, because I'm like, you are the person that I send like hours of footage to. I don't want to know what you're jacking it to. I don't want to know more. I shouldn't even know how much I know right now.
Well, at least you know you can get rid of them.
I'd actually argue that it's better she did know this, no matter how awful.
Yeah, because you could at least get rid of them. Sorry, Charlie.
Fucking terrible.
But I felt so bad.
Oh,
so when he's
no.
Like, like this is like an addiction of mine. I
no.
genuinely felt really, really bad.
No.
So I still paid him for months. What the hell do I do?
You fire him. What do you mean, what do you do? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you do? You fire him. It's really easy. You can absolutely. Why would you be afraid to not? Was he like? Because I assume you obviously weren't afraid of him, because like, I mean, even then you should fire him even more. But what do you mean? What do I do? You get rid of me, like, okay, thanks for telling me. Well, we're going to go ahead and cut. I mean, you could go corporate with it. You could be like, thanks for telling me. We're going to go ahead and cut back on some of this so that you can get yourself in line. I feel it's best that we limit your video editing for me for a while. And then you just slowly I mean, you could have done that if you wanted, if you were so inclined. But what do you mean you paid him for more months? I mean, well, it depends. Oh, how good were his editing? That's the real question. It's how good were his edits? You maybe got to throw him a little bit of extra to keep those sweet edits coming. I don't know. But why wouldn't you just fire him?
Fire him?
Especially since he's being late on work, which is already, you could already have, or that's already a reason enough to let him go, or at least talk about letting him go or cutting back the work.
Am I even allowed to fire someone because they're...
Yes.
That's definitely towards the top of the list.
Yes, you're definitely allowed to fire someone. I think is that it? Damn, I wish I knew. Oh, man, I don't know how Twitch works, despite being on Twitch all the time. Oops. Oh, I clicked on that. I didn't even see what this was. Canadian men's T20 World Cup. What the fuck? I don't even know what that is. Anyways, let me see if we can get Twitch going here for a second. I hate that's one of the reasons I don't like Twitch, is that they just automatically will play a video for you and you don't want to. Oh, that counts as a view. Because you logged on. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, I don't know how we're gonna find this. I don't even know how you would begin to even look at that. Like where and what. Yeah, she streams. Oh, not that much, but they're really long streams. Oh, actually, no, they're not that long. Oh, she streams about as much as I do. That's depressing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna. Oh, wait. No. Damn. Maybe I can look up. You know what? Let me just look up Pokemon editor clip. Maybe I did. I must have saw it on. I must have seen it on because like immediately what popped up was a YouTube Shorts. It was a YouTube Shorts clip, so I must have seen it on YouTube Shorts. There's already an article about it. My gosh. Okay, well. There's already an article about it. Kind of. Let's see. You have the time to top, blah, 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 struggling in deadlines. Yeah, okay. So I hate when articles are just basically rewriting what the video said. Ugh, oh well. Too much. I'm not going to put that much effort. That's about as much effort as I got on me. But man, I can't believe you kept... If someone said that, that's absolutely a reason to fire them. Why would you keep them around so that they can keep, beating their meat to your video? I don't understand there's no logic. I don't know why I'm looking for logic. There's no logic in that response. I don't know. I feel bad for him. Okay. Cool. Oh gosh. Terrible. But yeah, I saw that clip. Before, but I thought about making a little short video about it, but I don't really feel like it now. Like I said, I did a video earlier today and it didn't come out the way I wanted to, so I just kind of scrapped the whole thing, and it's just like, I hate when that happens. It happens a lot. More than you'd think. And it's just like, I'm not feeling it, or just even... Usually if it doesn't make me laugh, or if it doesn't like fill me with any sort of joy, then I don't usually post it. That's usually how I vet my stuff. And it's just bummer because you spend like hours on something and you're just like, shit, I just wasted all my time. I could have been doing literally nothing and it would have been a better use of my time. So that's frustrating. But yeah, I was thinking to do a video about that with like a quick pivot turn, but like, I don't feel like it. I have other stuff that I want to do videos for the rest of this week on. Oh yes, I like that Hobby Horse still comes in strong, but that's okay. We got some. There was some. I'm backlogged on some videos from. This was what I was going to do on was that one Kick streamer that nearly murdered someone. I just didn't like the way. Sometimes I don't like to even cover that type of stuff. Like it seems like a good idea at the time, and I'm just like, I really don't want to do this after all. But that's what it was on. But I am behind on some Rev stuff. There was like, I watched like part of a thing a while ago, and then I saw there was an update. Yes. It was this one. I think I watched like 2 minutes of this while I was getting ready for one morning. I was like, I should watch the rest of that, and I just never did. But it looks like there's some other stuff going on here. But always Rev is always good. Like I said, one of my guilty pleasures is watching VTuber drama. Not watching VTuber. I just don't. I don't have time to watch any real stuff. But I love the drama because it's peak dumpster fire. I think I went into this last time about like how perfect of a dumpster fire the VTubing community is. And it's one of my guilty pleasures. Some people like to watch trashy reality TVs. I like to watch this. And so I love that there's people that just their whole thing online is just reporting on this stuff. It just makes it so much better. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, I'll just
Spectrum Business.
Skip free familiars. Why do I have it on max volume? Gosh. I think it's I was recording videos from it. Let's see. Yeah. There we go.
So today we're going to be going over a pretty serious art-related controversy that would eventually get the attention of HoloLive English's Crony. Now, to set the parameters of this video, we're going to deal with a situation involving these two accounts. On the left here, you see a real artist who has done a lot of artwork for Hololive.
Oh, yeah, I remember
They're
now.
well established, have over 75,000 followers, and they are dealing with a situation where they are being impersonated by this account, who is not only impersonating the appearance of the real artist account, they are also, without permission, taking the artwork of the real artist, feeding it into AI programs, and then using that final product and claiming it's their own real artwork. And this is a situation that not only involves impersonation and harassment, but also this impersonator has allegedly sent death threats to the real artist for calling them out. So let's look at the impersonator first. This is their account, created only about 2 years ago, and they call themselves a technical artist, which is technically not true by many definitions. But here is their...
Hey, AI art is art. Technical artist. That's a good one. I like that. That's a good way to spin it. That's very... I mean, see, there's some creativity there. That's a pretty... I'm a technical artist. I'm technically not a liar.
I mean, it's pretty shameless. Their pinned comment is AI generated artwork, and you can see from this note here, it translates over to basically saying that this is the product of AI technology, and this is not art that they own. However, this is the artwork in question, of course, featuring Hololive's Crony, where this impersonator would use the official English and Japanese tags for her community and her fan art, and this would get a lot of attention, including from Crony herself, who briefly retweeted that image before she realized it was AI, which is not exactly too surprising that she would be tricked into this because they were using the official tags for her fan art, and it's very well known. Anyone who is familiar with Hololive or is an artist who does any sort of artwork for Hololive, you know that as a company, they do not want people putting AI under official art tags. That is a big no-no. They don't care if you want to make AI art for your own enjoyment, but they do not want you using the official tags of their VTubers
I did not know that.
AI-generated artwork.
I did not.
However, you can...
Naturally, I mean, it makes sense. Just because it's so easily available. So I guess that makes sense why they wouldn't want to do that. Although I'm trying to think of exactly why they wouldn't want that. I can't really see a reason why. But again, I'm not steeped into... I don't understand why the Hololive themselves wouldn't like that. I guess because... I mean, I can understand why they have a section for not man-made art. Authentic artwork, and they don't want... Like, I understand they want a space for that, but I don't understand why the company would care.
You can see in real time as Crony realized what she did, saying, "Oh, ew," and then leaving this comment underneath the image shared by the impersonator, saying simply, "Please tag your art as AI for future reference." That is it.
Yeah,
probably
pretty
the
reasonable.
nicest response in this situation.
Other than you,
I
but
know
pretty
a lot
reasonable.
of other people would be very angry about this situation happening to them and the fact that someone is shamelessly using AI art under their official art tag. But this would be the response of the impersonator saying this.
Oh, can't wait for this.
Does Cover Corporation insult the art created by fans with heartfelt intentions? Is that the will of the VTuber themselves, or is it the company's intention? Understand that your statement is an insult to the people who support you. Yes, they actually replied with this, the audacity. And also they would get hit with a
Perfect.
note, one of many on their account right now,
Oh, no.
saying it should be noted that this person is impersonating an actual artist and has been stealing their art and feeding them into AI generative art. Now, of course,
Perfect.
you see them saying this right here. They are trying to play the victim. This person is trying to play the victim while impersonating and stealing from another artist and then using or misusing art tags of Crony. And then when they are politely called out for it, they play the victim. It is absolutely unbelievable, the audacity of this person. Now, here are some of the replies to that attempt to shame Crony. These users saying this. She's just telling you to be honest with what you're doing. You already steal other people's art. Come on, know your place. Respect to others and you get respect yourself. Know your place, you're still just a thief. You're literally impersonating an account.
Know your
Dawn
place.
and tagging Elon Musk. And then the last one says she's just asking you to tag it as AI. AI art made with AI has no heartfelt intentions. LMFAO, you insult her by trying to pass it off as your own. And this would be their further response. The impersonator would post this saying,
perfect.
Cover Corporation conducts awareness activities against online slander. So how is that their VTuber slandered a fan? They are trying to report her to Cover Corp and basically say that she is slandering someone who is a fan. She is apparently
in their brains,
this
you know,
individual by asking them to not misuse her art tags. This is insane, but this is only the beginning. So they would make another tweet directed towards Cover Corp saying, this is because Cover Corporation continues to adhere to the nonsensical notion that fan art created using AI has no value. Their ideology is creating new instances of online slander, where they got hit with another note saying, this account is a fake and generates AI art trained on the work of the original
that
artist,
drives a
and
little
then
brain
here's a link to
crazy.
The original art and some proof that they are doing this. And then here's another one saying Cover Corporation should stop making nonsensical claims like don't use AI in fan art. Your AI art has no value. Such statements only create new instances of slander on social media. Like, brother, we heard you the first time. You got booed off the stage with 2 likes and 70 comments making fun of you, and you did it again this time.
Oh gosh. Oh. Look, I love these ads.
7 likes and over 300 comments making fun of you. And of course, this one got hit with yet another note saying the person is impersonating another artist and is training an AI model over the original artist. And here
it's
is
art,
another
technical
response, saying HoloLive EN, based solely on speculation, has invited numerous slanders against my illustrations in my artistic activities. Absolutely insane.
The artistic activity. You know, those artistic activities where he took someone else's art, then plugged that into a model so it would copy it exactly, and then posted it. What is the problem here? All he did was take their exact name and their exact profile picture and put it on his own. Oh, gosh. See, this is the type, again, not all people in the VTuber community are like this. I'm just saying the VTuber community tracks the best crazies. That's all I'm saying. We all can agree.
This one is
it's the best dumpster fire to watch.
So a user said, you are not an artist. You don't understand art. You only see the end product. Don't call yourself an artist. Where the impersonator responded by saying, are you aware that Coco was similarly brought down by individuals who insisted we will never forgive anyone who claims Taiwan is not a part of China based on their beliefs? What is bro talking about? Also trying to compare.
I mean, it makes sense
like
in his
Coco,
brain,
like
you know.
This person thinks they're like Nelson Mandela or something. Like they're making a huge stand for AI art. And they're trying to
beautiful.
Take all of these chances and all the
Love the
criticism
dumpster
that's
fire.
coming their way, and they're heroically standing against it. Like it's absolutely insane. So we've spent some time talking about the impersonator and their actions. Let's shift our focus over to the real artist. And of course, I will provide a link to the real artist
what do they
in
say?
the description of this video. If you want to go to their account, consider giving them a follow or check out their art or check out their posts about the situation if you want to help report the impersonator. But let's get into it here. So they made this post saying, fake account blocked me. They are continuing to threaten an artist by acting as me and also posting AI to the HoloLive fan tags with unauthorized use of their art. And they say basically here, please report this account that's impersonating me. And this is actually me. And I even have Twitter Blue to prove further that I am the actual artist here. And they would provide another quote of that, giving more context, saying, dear people who came from Crony's tweet or her response, I'd like to announce that that account is fake. They are working on aggressive behavior with generative AI to artists. They are also known in Japan, and they now have shifted their target overseas. Since I worked for HoloEN, they got mad and acted to ruin my life. Beware. And when they say beware, they're not joking. This person is very unhinged. So
Really?
Actually, the original artist here, the real artist, had made a post about this individual, a thread on Twitter, back in January of this year, saying this. Since last year, a user has been using machine learning on my drawings, including work drawings, without my permission to post images in drawing tags and to verbally harass me. Currently, this person is distributing models that imitate his name and style without permission. He has also suggested selling them on Skeb. Please report him so that we do not have to buy or use him. So this is some of the evidence that they're posting this thread. This included a long list of emails that the impersonator was spamming at the artist, including an image of a knife.
Yep. Oh, that tracks.
That is how crazy this whole situation has gotten. This person is obviously quite unhinged, and not only on top of the impersonation, all these things, they're making these violent threats to go along with it. And the actual artist, the real artist, would make this follow-up replies. A lot of people were going to their account to support them and help report this impersonator. They said, anyways, I apologize to everyone. And
why are you apologizing?
We already reported them a while ago.
Japanese people are too nice.
Still exist by getting impressions.
Unless they're crazy.
Like a fake artist. Sorry for my messy English. Obviously, a lot of language barriers here, but you get the general point of what they're saying. A very unfortunate and frustrating situation. And it really goes also to Twitter, the fact that this account has been on blast for months, this impersonator. People have been reporting for months and months and months, and nothing has happened. And that is really the state of Twitter.
Well, yeah, there's nothing they can really do about it.
More actual human beings working on reports, because
he's just gonna make another account.
Slip through the cracks currently. Even something as egregious and obvious as this behavior going on, this impersonator clearly is doing something wrong and against TOS of Twitter, but they're still here after all these months, even as of making this video. I mean, this has been an ongoing situation for about a day now, and you have people like Crony from HoloLive getting involved, and it's still not getting enough attention to get this account down. So hopefully something happens with Twitter and they take care of this situation the right way.
I made another
like
video,
I said,
so they might have.
a link to the real artist in the description of this video. Again, consider supporting them, checking out their account, and what have you. But that is going to do it for this video. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics.
Yep, crazy. I think he made an update, because I think that's what reminded me, because I was like, oh, yeah. Imagine, I mean, what do you expect? Someone's crazy enough to try to steal your whole identity, which is exactly what this attempt is, to steal this person's identity. But, I mean, they exist, and people have eyeballs, so they can see that you're not the real one. Oh, the sending the knife, though, that's pretty... It's not funny. Oh, gosh. But yeah, Japanese people are so nice. They're just like, I'm sorry that you have to deal with this crazy person. Like, why are you apologizing?
Here. So today I have some updates regarding this video from a few days ago. It's a situation where an artist was not only being impersonated, but also harassed.
This is why it's nice. I like to leave some of these in the specifically for this in the VTubing community. I like to let it sit for a little bit, because usually the updates will happen real quick, and then I don't have to wait. And because usually I'll forget.
By another user on Twitter. Now, like I said, we have some updates, and they are very strange, and you don't want to miss them. But before we get into all of it, just a reminder, it's the end of the month, so the final 3 days of May, you can use my code RED30 to get 30% off your total advanced GG
Because that's what people need that sit on the computer all day. They need energy drinks.
Like the original Ramune, which
I always thought that was weird.
Very, very much. And if you're new to this, it's a great time to check out their energy supplements with a 30% off code. Or if you're already an advanced GG customer, you can use this to stock up with a nice discount. So all the information for this will be in the pinned comment. And again, make sure to use code REV30 at checkout to get 30% off. Now, returning to the last episode of Dragon Ball here involving this situation, to give you a quick recap.
No, we don't need a recap.
We had a situation where a real artist right here stolen from the generated and said, oh, Corp, crying about Crony and crying about how that Cover Corp should look into her and punish her for this very apparently unfair response. And this would lead to literally dozens of tweets from the impersonator crying about Cover Corp, crying about Crony, and crying about HoloLive in general. And again, all this stemmed from a simple and fair request from Crony. And also during this time, the actual artist would reveal that this has been a very ongoing situation that has taken place over months, including the fact that this impersonator has been sending them death threats over Gmail. I mean, it's absolutely insane. But that's where we were up until this video. You are now recapped. Let's see what has happened since then, and it's very, very strange. Now, beginning with the actual artist, good news. We have basically noticed since the last video, they have gained almost 10,000 followers, which is great
nice
to see. I love to see people in situations like this get a lot of support, and I'm glad that a lot of you guys I know were able to find this account and give them support and support their art, which is great. And they also got a follow back from Crony herself, which is a
happy
big win.
ending
Not
all
only is she
around.
supporting the call out of this impersonator, but they're also supporting the actual artist who is being targeted, which is very nice to see. And look how humble they are. They are trying to say that this might have been a misclick follow. No, she actually follows you. She supports you just like everyone else is. So enjoy it. So now let's return to the account of the impersonator and see how they're doing. And
yeah. The dumpster fire.
Receiving.
More pictures of knives, I hope.
Doing very well. In fact, they've been having a lot of meltdowns on Twitter ever since. And to answer a question you might have, yes, they saw my video. So this was their response with a screenshot of me censored very poorly. Like
yeah, I was going to say, I was like, they didn't. You can still see exactly who it is. You know, if they're going to be a technical artist, they might as well get some decent Photoshop skills, you know? I wonder what they're trying to achieve by mentioning names and saying things like the illustrator is jealous of others illustrating popularity. It's laughable. Okay.
Can't even make
Damn, that's not as
original
unhinged
art,
as I
and
was
they can't
hoping.
even censor things properly. Like, it's crazy. But they say this in quotes, saying, I wonder what they're trying to achieve by mentioning names and saying things like, the illustrator is jealous of the illustrator's popularity. It's laughable. I'm not quite sure what they're trying to quote me on here, but one thing I do know is that this tweet is not doing great. In fact, this is kind of spectacular in its own way. This tweet has 37,000 views and not a single like.
Yeah.
That is actually...
Damn, 37,000. Yeah, because usually there's always at least one person who will like it or like ironically like it. That's crazy that nobody at all.
Actually impressive. 37,000 people have seen this tweet and scrolled past it without liking it. Not a single one. That is crazy, by the way. But we would even see people in the quotes doing the classic, I hate Rev, but you know you really messed up when people say the, I hate Rev, but he has a point here. So this user said, normally I hate Rev with a fiery passion, but a severely broken clock is at least right once every few years. You effing suck. Well, I'm glad you have a fiery passion for me. But anyways, I'm glad also that I could be right for the first time in a few years. I'm glad this was my big moment, and I really appreciate the compliment here. But moving on, here are some of their further responses from the impersonator here, saying some very wild stuff. Let me read these back-to-back tweets. So it says this. If I had been a strategist during the Pacific War, I could have defeated America. The next one says, the reason for your defeat is that you didn't know that Japanese people can lie with all of their might. This is what Japanese people are like. I mean, this isn't even just racism.
Amazing.
This is like deep, advanced, ancestral levels of racism against not only Americans, but also the Japanese, because I believe this user is Chinese. So yeah, they're really not handling this all well, talking like some chuny war general here wanting to go back in time and defeat the Americans in the Pacific War. But anyways, let's keep looking here. So they've doubled and tripled and quadrupled down on this whole situation. In fact, this is their pinned tweet right now with a image of Crony. And of course, it gets community noted like everything else they're doing. But apparently this article, and I would not click on any of their links they're sending, by the way, do not click on any of the links they're sharing. But apparently this is some sort of a quote-unquote apology that is definitely not an apology. We had some people translate what they were saying in this message. This user saying, to the people abroad, his note is not an apology, but an insult to the artists involved in Hololive, the members of Hololive, and even the president of Hololive. And basically, they would go into a long thread sharing everything that they're saying. You can check it out for yourself if you want to, but basically, they're just like spurging out. Like they're going crazy, making wild accusations against Hololive.
Just let the clowns dance.
It's very, very strange. It's actually like hard to understand what they're saying because clearly they're not exactly in the best headspace as they're typing this out. But anyways, they would continue the shamelessness by making AI generated versions of Gargura, and of course, learning absolutely nothing would use the official Gargura art tag, which led to them getting clowned on even more. And if that wasn't enough, then they made some AI art, more stolen assets, by the way, to feed into their AI program of fauna. And I don't know if the saplings are going to take this sitting down. I mean, you're messing with a lot of very protective fan bases here, but you can see the replies. I mean, people are exposing the absolute obvious nature of this AI artwork they're making here, where there's mistakes all over the place. But honestly, you don't really have to look that hard. Always just look at the hands. That's all you got to do if you want to determine if something is AI generated or not. Just take a quick peek
for now
at the hands, and typically you get a monstrosity like this. And it's very obvious that this was, of course, some AI generated artwork, and of course still stealing art from the original artist to feed into these AI programs. And a lot of people were also clowning on them for the fact that they're spending all of this time crying on Twitter and making AI when they could just pick up a pencil and start to learn art. Like, this PewDiePie meme is very correct.
Oh yeah, didn't he learn how to? Yeah, he did drawing. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
PewDiePie showed that. I mean, not everyone can achieve the fast learning that he did, but he taught himself how to draw by simply practicing. And really, the majority of his journey involved practicing art for about 10 to 15 minutes a day, and he saw amazing results. So to all these people who are so hell-bent on making AI and that they have no way of actually making art, like, it can be done, you just don't want to do it. Instead, you spend all of your time complaining about artists and leeching off of them when you could just learn for yourself.
No, that would be a rational thing to do.
That comes with making AI for groups
it's
like
beautiful.
And things like that, who clearly aren't very receptive of it, or at the very least don't want you using their official art tags to promote AI like this user has been. So moving forward, here was another statement they made saying, to all the anti-AI folks overseas, please go ahead and share your thoughts on how you fell for the trap I set. Hook,
oh gosh,
line,
got
sinker.
us. Got
Basically,
us.
they're saying, like, I was only pretending to be stupid this whole time.
Oh.
The classic defense to being called out. No, this is not a trap that they set. They just got exposed.
This
on
guy's
many
playing
levels,
4D chess.
They're trying their best to cope with this whole situation, and it's not going well. And also to point this out, because it's definitely very relevant when it comes to Twitter. This person is not a Twitter Blue subscriber, meaning they don't have the money revenue sharing, so they are quite literally doing this for attention.
Can't you just buy that, or did they change that policy?
Nobody's actually following. Like, no one wants the AI images. People are just clowning on it, and they're getting hit with 1 million notes. And also, I know a lot of people are reporting their account for many different reasons at this point, beyond just impersonation. Also, some of the threatening tweets that they've been making. But yeah, not a very good response. Now, we've seen the updates with the impersonator. We saw some of the updates with the real artist, but let's return to the latest statement from the real artist, saying this: I am the real deal. I apologize for the long-standing inconvenience caused by the impersonation incident.
Sorry, this crazy person is being crazy right now.
Slowly regaining strength. So please, rest assured, thank you for your kind words. And they've been very, very nice during this whole situation. Obviously, it's been going on for months and months, and they're dealing with a very unhinged person, but they've been nothing but polite and respectful and honest. And really apologetic when they don't need to be. Like, you don't have to apologize for tweeting about this situation or bringing attention to it. You're right as an artist. This shouldn't be happening to you. You're the victim in this situation. Now, I want to take a little shift here from the other conversations we had to focus on some news involving Hololive, since their talents have been subject to this AI stuff that we've been covering earlier in this video. So people have pointed out some new quotes here from Cover Corp saying, yo, actually huge, too long didn't read. Cover has stated, I guess, that there will be no more new Hololive generations until the current ones retire. They're aiming to maximize the reach of the current ones in terms of profit, first to get out of the debut cycle. And this is actually a real quote. People had to search around for it. It was actually from the financial results that were posted. This was recently
so they must be doing well then.
For English viewers to check out.
Because usually the reason they keep pumping, usually these companies keep pumping out like new ones is because they want to maximize as much money, and like nothing brings more buzz than constantly pumping out like Niji Sanji does, constantly pumping out new Constantly pumping out new talent constantly gets them a little bit of buzz every now and then. Even that's starting to slow down for them. But so they must be doing well if they are saying they're not going to add any new people constantly. That's interesting. Or they're dying.
Section is real. So when they're in a Q&A about the long-time targets and the image of their VTuber portfolio, they would say this down here. With respect to VTuber portfolios, we realize that we are graduating from a phase of making an increase in revenue and profit by increasing the number of VTubers. Instead of that, we are considering expanding the scale of revenue from the wholesale business by expanding the degree of recognition per VTuber IP and increasing profitability. Now, of course, it's more like business speak there, but they are aligning with that too long didn't read version we just read, basically saying that they want to focus largely on the talents they already have and not to just yeet out more and more generations in the hopes of getting more ad revenue and producing more revenue for the company. They just want to focus on what they got, ride them out until their careers are done, and then look at getting new generations of talent and what have you. And I think that's a very smart move. I mean, right now, think about some of the original branches of Hololive. Let's even focus on the first English generation of Hololive. That generation is still incredibly relevant. I mean, Gargura can turn on a stream right now and get 20 to 30,000 concurrent viewers anytime she wants. Why would you want to replace that or direct focus to a new generations that won't produce those kind of results? They should definitely take their time and space out generations and only do it when they really want to. Otherwise, you end up with so many different branches and generations coming out. It's overwhelming to the average fan, and it diverts their attention, their interest.
All right, I only care about the drama. I only care about the bad stuff. Like this. Niji Sanji messed up big time. Oh, I get love Niji Sanji. It's my favorite company. My favorite clown company. Oh, I love the dumpster fires they create. My guilty pleasure.
Here. So today we have some pretty serious Niji Sanji related drama to cover, including several controversies. So let's jump right into it, beginning with this story right here, more of an update. So it turns out right now that Niji Sanji is filing cease and desist orders to individuals who are potentially speaking negatively about their EN livers, which honestly is on par with their organization, whether it's through their management or the words of their own talents. Snuffing out the truth is something that they do whenever they feel it is necessary. Now, this story involves Luca Kaneshiro. He is someone who has mocked the possibility of being canceled or covered by VTuber news people or drama channels, but he found himself in some very hot water when some statements were released by this individual named Raziel, who claimed that she was someone who had a relationship with Luca Kaneshiro during his time at Niji Sanji and also before his time at Niji Sanji. This was shared in a document that has been taken down multiple times by Google itself for apparently violating their terms of service and what have you, but a lot of archive versions are floating around on the internet right now. But this contained a lot of potentially serious allegations against Luca Kaneshiro, and this was something covered by False ID, including a lot of the more personal stuff, the behavior behind the scenes of Luca Kaneshiro, some potentially problematic and even borderline abusive behavior that was alleged in that document. But there was also a lot of legal concerns. People like Legal Mindset covering the potential of many, many different contractual violations committed by Luca during his time with Niji Sanji. And a lot of people focus on that because it shows another theme that is present in Niji Sanji, and that is favoritism. A lot of people believe that if you're a liked talent within the agency, you can pretty much get away with anything, including contractual violations. A lot of people view Luca as a potential favorite in the company, and if what's alleged in that document is true, he would have violated Niji Sanji's contract many times over, yet he is still unpunished. And you compare that to people like Selene or Zion, who were terminated for far, far less. Now, here is the update to that situation. So Raziel said this today: I was just served a cease and desist order from Any Color Inc. in paper. I fully intend to comply with it, as I have until now, and will continue into the future. That is all I will share on the matter. Thank you. So this is a very serious thing. They are sending out this cease and desist, and it appears that Raziel is going to comply with the situation. And for a lot of people, this is a confusing PR move for Niji Sanji, because think about it. The original document was shared exactly 2 months ago. How many people were talking about that document over the past couple of weeks? Pretty much nobody. I mean, time is the greatest cleanser of controversy, okay? Over time, people forget about things like that. The Luca Kaneshiro document was largely forgotten about over the past 2 months as time has gone on. And here we have Niji Sanji filing the cease and desist order, trying to get this document removed. And now Luca Kaneshiro and these allegations against him are once again relevant. They are injecting more attention into the situation when it's been long dead for weeks, potentially even months at this point, and they have not learned what the Streisand effect is at this point. Sanji and Eckler just don't know this effect, where you basically try to censor or snuff information out that is negative about you, but trying to do so brings even more attention to it.
Yep.
And there was a lot of attention on this document when it first came out, but like I said, over the past couple of weeks, even months, nobody's really talking about it. So they are reviving interest in this document, which is
maybe
being
they need
spread
the
all
maybe
over
they
the
need the
place
coverage,
in
you know,
archived
a
links,
little bit of buzz.
by the way. And also, again, for the PR aspect of this, how did this make you look to the public who is already very angry at your organization? Well, it's not a very good move. A lot of people see this action, the cease and desist order, and they think in their minds, this confirms everything that's being alleged in the original document. Now, is that true? We don't know, because you can file a cease and desist order even if something contains things that are not true. But that's kind of the whole point. But in this case, in terms of the public view of this, a lot of people think this confirms what's being alleged in the document, which is, again, further hurting the reputation of Luca and further hurting the reputation of Niji Sanji as a result. This is a big, big mess for them, and it appears that False ID will do a follow-up on this tomorrow, so maybe we'll get some more insider info on this situation, but we'll have to wait until then. Now, we all understand, Any Color and Niji Sanji, especially Niji Sanji N, is in a very tough position right now, okay? This is right here, the all-time low. The Any Color stock has officially, as of today, reached its lowest point. This is the last 6 months. You can see how hard things have dropped off.
Niji Sanji's not doing very well.
What they try to do or whatever they promise in their financial reports, nothing is being revived. The arrow keeps going down and it's not looking good. And a lot of people are also thinking about what happens next. Because in about a week or two, we're going to see the release of their Q4 financial report. And ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a bloodbath. We know it. There's not many guarantees in this space, but this might be one of them. Okay, so Q3's report was disastrous. It caused a big downfall in the stock, a continued downfall, because in Q3 they reported that Niji Sanji N had a 40% profit reduction as compared to Q3 of the previous year. Now, on June 11th, we're going to get the Q4 financial report. Now, very important for that timeline is when Q4 began for Any Color and Niji Sanji. It began on February 1st, only a few days before the termination of Selene Tatsuki. So basically, the entire ongoing PR nightmare that has been taking place over the past 3 months, that wasn't even covered in their disastrous Q3 report. All of that mess is going to be in this next report. This is going to be a big blow to Any Color and Niji Sanji. Like I said, rare you can predict things, but there's no way it's good. There's no way it's going to be good. And in their Q3
we don't know that.
This will be a huge quarter for them. And, you know, you don't have to be a financial expert to know that that was definitely trying to assure some of the shareholders that things will be better when it's hard to believe that they would.
They just need to pump out some new, talent.
Now, we've seen some desperation. Okay, I think this is a pretty desperate move by Niji Sanji, who in April opened up their auditions. And a lot of people were making fun of this, showing like they're trying anything they can to revive life, especially into the EN branch. And this is something that they retweeted only yesterday. So they shared this message from April again recently, obviously showing that they're still holding auditions and they haven't gotten who they wanted yet. And also on top of that, they pinned this to their account. So obviously Niji Sanji is trying to get more talents into their EN branch, and that is on par with their usual strategy of things. Okay, when Niji Sanji is facing any kind of hardship, they just say, okay, here's another round of
tried and true. Forget about that. Look at this.
Another generation. And they just released or announced a new generation very recently, but then right after, they're retweeting this. So they're not done. They're going to try to keep pumping more livers into their lineup with the hopes of generating more revenue and hype. And honestly, it doesn't seem like a very good strategy, one that's been really not that effective for them.
What are you talking about? They just need more.
Couple of months or even years with the EN branch. And a lot of people are comparing this to Cover Corp, who recently had one of their financial results go public and get translated, where curiously they share basically the exact opposite strategy, where in the Q&A portion of this report, they essentially said that they want to focus less on pumping out new generations constantly and focus more on the existing talents and branches and try to maximize their growth and success during their time, basically leading all the way until their graduation. And that makes sense. I mean, look at Niji Sanji. Look at
Niji
Sanji. Look at Hololive, especially their earlier generations. And even if you want to go to the EN branch, the first Hololive English generation is as relevant now as it was back in 2020 when it debuted. Okay, Gargura is still pulling crazy numbers. Mori is still pulling crazy numbers. Everyone from that generation is pulling extremely solid numbers. So why would they shift focus away from that very successful branch onto a new one that might have a hard time getting going in terms of traction, views, and revenue? And I mentioned Gargura for a reason. So it has now been alleged by multiple people that during the interview portion of a Niji Sanji tryout, people have alleged that they were asked, how will you compete with Gargura? Which is an insane question, by the way. I don't think there is a single VTuber out there that could have a legitimate and honest, authentic response to that would mean anything. Nobody can compete with Gargura. We all know this. And that was a question that apparently they've been asking some of these people in interviews, but that might not be the talent they're focusing on as a point of comparison, at least in recent times. So recently, Niji Sanji made this post, basically asking for a duo set of livers, a twin set of livers who will stream alongside one another as essentially twin VTubers. And this is something that obviously seems like a response to the success of the Fuamoko twins from Hololive EN. I mean, I think that is something that they are definitely using as a point of comparison. And I gotta be honest, I feel like this is not like some ongoing format that's gonna keep going and be trendy in the future. I feel like with the Fuamoko twins, they really just kind of got lightning in a jar with them, basically, right? I feel like this was a very niche thing, and it just worked because they're very entertaining, and they've also had a lot of practice being twin VTubers. That's what they did before Hololive. Now, curiously, here are the requirements for the Niji Sanji promotional post asking for these twin VTubers. So here's the requirements. The applicants must be paired and have a close relationship. Both parties who will be paired must apply for this audition. Those who can continue to work and adjust their schedules on a priority basis. Those who can participate in interviews in Tokyo. Those who can secure an activity schedule of 20 hours or more per week, including night lessons in Tokyo about 5 days a week. Regardless of experience, those who are willing to learn. And this last one is very, very strange, saying if you are a minor, you will need the consent of a parent or guardian. So if you kind of between the lines, they are offering this position to minors.
Classic Niji Sanji.
Is bad. Why are they trying to get minors or even minors to try out for their agency? Like, I don't know. Like,
because Niji Sanji will do anything that works.
To understand the potential dangers that might arise when you not only put your child into a public spotlight, but also when you send them to Kuro Sanji. Like, let's be honest about some of the potential pitfalls.
Is this a big chest too?
There. Now, I want to end this video with a more positive topic and one that still has connections to Niji Sanji. So, Doki Bird here, okay? We know since moving on from Niji Sanji, she has found immense levels of success as an independent VTuber. She has had very big streams, very big promotions, very big collabs in tournaments like the recent WrestleTuber ongoing event that has been very successful. And one thing she's also been doing is collaborating with a lot of ex-Niji Sanji livers, a lot of them. She is collecting them like Infinity Stones right now, and we would get another addition to this collection of Niji Sanji livers she has collabed with. This would include Bonavir here, who is someone who graduated from Niji Sanji very recently. So back in May 13th, only a few weeks ago, it was announced from Niji Sanji Indonesia that he would be graduating, and he did not request any sort of a graduation stream, and think about that what you will, but he would make an appearance. A lot of people are very surprised to see this interaction right here, where on his other personal account, Tenjin, he would respond to a Doki Bird schedule, which of course included an event where they would play Apex Legends together.
Damn it.
And of course, that's what they actually did. This collab would go off yesterday, and this was a big success, and a lot of people were very happy to see these two collaborating together.
Hello, everybody! Hello, look who I met randomly in Apex. That's our story, right? Tenjin, that's... Say something, Tenjin! Come on! Who is this man? He's fucking old, that's who.
Nice to meet you. My name's Tenjin.
Fuck off!
It's amazing how much they have to censor themselves. Like, these contracts that they sign must be wild. I mean, obviously these two don't care, but...
Yeah, we met randomly in a pubs match in Apex. Yeah. And I was like, whoa, dude, you should be a streamer.
So like I said, a lot of people are excited about this collab, but also the return of Tenjin here on this account. You can see he's been staying busy recently doing multiple streams, but the main thing is his upcoming debut stream that appears to be June 1st. So as always, if you're interested in checking out this debut, I will put a link to this debut stream in the description if you want to go check it out, subscribe to the channel, and see the other streams that he is doing. But for now, that is going to do it for this video. A lot of drama involving Niji
Not that
Sanji,
too much drama. That was pretty tame as compared to last week. When I mean, other than the child thing, that's concerning. That's real. That's pretty tame for a Niji Sanji one. That was absolutely really tame. Oh gosh, love the drama. You gotta love it. Nah, you don't gotta love it. I just personally love it. It's my favorite type of drama. When I'm looking at, this is the stuff that I look at when I'm alone at night. No, this is stuff I usually like put on my ear when I'm like doing stuff, like right now. Normally, like I said, I'd be watching a movie, but I just didn't feel like there's nothing really I want to watch. That's been a problem with, I guess not so much a problem, but the other stuff that I do like reviews, like movie reviews, because I just always enjoy movies and story, and that's like what I went to school for and stuff like that. But so I started doing movie reviews, but there's been like a long stretch for the past few weeks that I haven't put one out. It's because there's just nothing that I want to watch. And I don't want to be like I didn't go see Furiosa just because, or like, you know, I'm not going to go see stuff that I know is going to be bad on purpose, you know, just so, even if I could just make like a video crapping on it, but it's just like, I don't know. A lot of people do that and I'm just not interested in that, you know. Plus, I don't want to waste my time in seeing a movie that I know is going to be most likely very bad and a waste of time. So yeah, I think finally this week, there's a movie that I want to go actually see. I hit the caps lock. Where is it? This firstshowing.net. This one's actually pretty good because they like do everything. I think finally this week there's something that I want to watch. What is it? Nope, I'm still in April. Okay. Yeah, because like this week it was these like nothing, like I don't want to, like, why? And then for the past 2 weeks, last week it was this, which people watched. I was just like, I know they're not going to be good movies, so why waste my time and why waste your time doing a review on it? Yeah, all of these, same thing. Why waste my time and your time? Same thing. This one, like, again. Yeah, the last movie I actually saw was Fall Guys, which was the beginning of May. And it was all right. I think, yes, this one. Oh, yeah, Bad Boys 4. That's what I want to see. No, the movie I want to see is The Watchers. Now, like I said, I have a rule when I pick movies that I want to watch or that I go and see. Usually, like if I'm pretty sure based on the trailer it's gonna be a shit movie, then I don't go see it. Now this one, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be good. The Watchers, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be good. But the reason I'm gonna go see it is because I'm a big, obviously like I'm a horror fan, but also I'm a big like liminal space horror and creature feature horror fan, and this is like both of those wrapped up in one. I just don't believe they'll be able to pull it off. That's what I just don't think they're gonna do a good job of it, just based on stuff in the trailer. But I will give movies like the benefit of the doubt and try. So I'm hoping that this will be good. But yeah, I think it's gonna be disappointing. That's what I think it is. I'm hoping to be proven wrong though. So, but yeah, I haven't seen, there's just been nothing I want to watch. And I think there's another like dry spell too. Yeah, look, then there's Inside Out. Oh, I want to see this though. I do want to see this one, The Bike Riders. That's one of the movies I do want to see. So it won't be but there'll still be some dry. Just fine. I don't need to put up a review every single week. What else? Oh yeah, and then okay, good. So now we're going to get a log stream. I do want to see this, not because I think it's going to be good. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's going to be bad. I'm just curious. They're releasing this movie, and they're releasing it in 2 parts, which I don't think has ever been, like, and I mean, obviously movies have been released in parts, but I think they're releasing both parts in the same year. Horizon America. And that's what interests me the most. I'm pretty sure they're going to release... Yeah, look, here's the second part. That's never been done before. Created a movie that was so long, they put it in 2 parts, but they're showing it and they're not waiting a whole year for the, you know what I mean? Like usually when people have movies have parts, they're like, they wait a whole year and then they go and then, then they wait so they can get them on a buzz. But like releasing it in the same, it's just interesting. I mean, obviously it's just a Western, and it looks decently shot. Like the story itself was just like, other than the trailer, which I think I can show the trailer if I don't play the audio. There's like an abnormal amount of cowboys drop kicking people. Let me see if I can do that. Okay, let me just, I'm muting it because of YouTube. It's gonna be this. That's fine. You're just see it like this. Why is it shitty quality? Is this the trailer where there's just like abnormal amounts of drop kicking? Oh, now that I look it up close, the graphics the graphics. The graphics of this movie don't look great. The CGI does not look like. Look at that scene right there. Look at that. That's look at the set. Anyways, come on. Is this the trailer? There's one trailer they just showed this man drop kicking. It's like, did they drop kick people? Maybe back in the day. I don't know what the average fighting moves for the cowboy is, but like I don't know. It just seems weird seeing cowboys drop kick each other. Come on, is this the trailer? Please view this trailer. America. Where is it? Come on. No, I don't think it's this trailer. Oh, yes, it is. There it is. Look, okay. Oh, drop kick. And then okay, like one time you see this, you're just like, that's weird. I don't think cowboys did that. But then it like did multiple times. Here it is again. Okay. All right, not like 2 seconds later. Look, drop kick. Weird, but okay. Well, maybe it happened. Maybe it happened. But then wait for it. Wait for it. Again. Did cowboys drop kick each other? I don't know. I mean, I might go just to see it on that basis alone. But no, I'm mostly just interested in the double release. That's wild. Releasing 2 parts of the same movie within the same year, and like, okay, so this is releasing in June, the end of June, and then the other one's in the middle of August. That's so within maybe 2 months, less than 2 months, they're releasing both parts. That's pretty bold, because if people don't like the first part, then they're definitely not going to see. Well, I guess that's true for the second one. If you were to wait a year, it's just I've never seen that happen before. So that perked my interest. But yeah, then there's stuff like this, like Alien Romulus, not interested at all. Ooh, they're showing Coraline in the theater. A 3D release. Ew, gross. Borderlands is another one where it's like, I know it's gonna be bad. We know it's gonna be bad. But I'm like a big Borderlands fan, and it's like, it might be good. It's probably not. It looks like they're trying to do a Guardians of the Galaxy with Borderlands, and that's not what Borderlands is not Guardians of the Galaxy. It just doesn't. And then the casting choices too were a bit like, you know. So it's probably gonna. I still haven't decided if I'm gonna go see that movie or not, because I know in my heart of hearts it's gonna be bad. But I really don't want it to be bad. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not hoping. Again, I don't want to make reviews about bad movies, but I will if they're bad, obviously. But I don't purposefully go to see bad movies just to make, you know, negative videos, even though those are super popular online, obviously. But clearly, I don't do what's popular. I do what I want. Oh, this one. I also kind of wanted to see this Maxine one. It's I saw it because I went to the movie theaters a lot, and this was a trailer. They showed the bikers one a lot, and they showed this one before the movie a lot. And I want to see it. It's just funny that it didn't get highlighted. But basically, it's like this porn, I guess I could say, who cares? This porn star who gets into Hollywood and starts to become like the big thing. But that's not the purpose of the movie. There's like a whole backstory of like the whole like Night Stalker story, even though the Night Stalker didn't go after famous people. But there's like a criminal aspect in that. That's what interests me more than like her transitioning from one media to another one is stupid, and I don't really care about that. But the murder mystery, which is I think is the main point of the movie, is interesting, and that's what I'm interested in. Like I said, I love a good murder mystery movie, so if this could, if A24 has been dropping the ball a lot recently, but you know, this could be good. So I forgot about that. But yeah, there's just been a dry spell of just like another exorcism movie. Cool. But I like this site actually gives you so many of them. Ghost in the Shell 2. Oh, re-release. Firebird. Trigger warning. But yeah, other than that, I sometimes look at these little ones, but nothing really ever grabs my attention. Ultraman. But yeah, the Watchers, we'll see. Like I said, I don't know if it's gonna be I don't know if it's gonna be worth it or not. I hope it's good, but I haven't gotten to see it. At one point I was going to like see a movie like every single week. Because there's just something like that I wanted to see out every single time, but that hasn't been for a while now. This month it's just been not the best month for movies. Atlas, like I'm not gonna watch Atlas, obviously. Like everybody knew that was gonna be bad. So what's the point of wasting time? Yeah, there's just nothing coming out. Oh, the Jim Henson thing. I feel like I've seen enough Jim Henson documentaries, though. I feel like Disney Plus is way late on that. Yeah, see, nothing else is just like, Under Paris. Bad Boys 4, though. Will Smith trying to get back some of his goodwill, I guess. As if we're all gonna... I guess people do forget, you know what I mean? Trim season. What the hell is this? Whoa. I understand what you want. I can't watch trailers on here because YouTube will get mad. YouTube will get real mad at me. They'll get real mad and say, no, no, no. You're not allowed to do that. They'll slap me in the back of the hand. And then they'll continue to slap me for the next 3 months. So I learned my lesson. YouTube is fun like that. Speak no evil, the killer Beetlejuice. I might see the Beetlejuice remake, even though obviously like soulless remakes. But I mean, at least this, I'm pretty sure this has Tim Burton. At least it's Ashling filmmaker Tim. Is he remaking or is he just producing it? Because that's a big deal. And they got Michael Keaton back on it. I mean, but he did the Batman thing. That was sad. Let's see. Here's the official trailer for Tim Burton's. I keep saying for Tim Burton's, but I don't know if he's the producer, if he's just a producer, or if he's. I doubt he'd be doing it because I mean, what's the last time he did something like himself? You know. as young as it used to be, I guess. Tim Burton, okay. Is once again directed by the... Okay, it is directed by him. See, I'm going to give it a little bit, but, I mean, I don't know. Beetlejuice was kind of a completed story, so... I don't know. But if anyone could pull it off, you know, having the guy who wrote it and directed it again and having all the same people for the most part, is good. But, man, Michael Keaton looks real old. I mean, he looks super old in this. And I guess it's fine because Beetlejuice is supposed to be, like, somewhat gruesome, but I'm going to give that one a chance, too. I'm going to give that one a chance. Sorry, I'm, like, spending time looking at this. The Crow, I heard they're making I'm going to go see that one, but not because I think I'm always like, I break my rules. I tell you my rules, and then I just go straight through and break them. I'm going to see it not because I think it'll be good. I think it's going to be an absolute dumpster fire. I'm just curious of how they're going to tackle this movie, because if you've never seen the first one, which I doubt many people have seen the first one, The Crow, because the reason The Crow got famous, if you don't know, is there was a tragic accident on set where the guy playing the main character accidentally shot himself in, I think he shot himself in the head with a blank. But if you don't know, blanks still, like a prop gun, blanks still fire amount of force, and it killed him. And it's really sad because he was like a really promising young man and probably would have had a illustrious career in Hollywood. So it kind of gained infamy for that and kind of gained up. But if you watch the movie Crow on itself, it is a very of its time. Like it's a very 90s movie. It's very like this, leather and dark and goth and grunge and very like, moody. It's given off, I'm 13 and deep energy, it's very much of its time. And, it's okay. The movie's like, it's not great or anything. So I'm just curious how they're going to do this remake. First of all, in like the modern era, because again, it's very much of its time. And also like I don't know how you're going to make it. I don't know. I'm just curious to see what they do. I don't think it's going to be good. I'm just curious to see how they're going to do it. I mean, at least with the special effects, it should be able to do a little bit better. Because he like turns into a crow and shit in the original one. It's just morbid curiosity, really, that is gonna make me see that. I mean, as Bill Skarsgård, he's pretty fun to watch and stuff. So, but yeah, and then there's the Horizon. Oh wow, that comes out. When is that coming out? In August. I guess that makes sense, right before October. I mean, not that it has anything to do with Halloween, but I guess it is dark and moody. This doesn't even have a thing for it. Oh gosh, this I saw trailers for this. Ugh. My old ass inspiration, but yeah. Anyways, long tangent. Sorry, looking at movies that I want to watch in the future. But yeah, there just hasn't been a lot of stuff. I'm not too into, like, I will review shows and obviously see shows. I just haven't seen a lot of shows. But then again, I'm not really, subscribed to any, I'm not really subscribed to any, streaming sites. God, my brain. So I don't really I don't really doom scroll through things on like those. I did when I was at my friend's house when I was watching, their dog. So like I did watch a bunch of stupid, and I did watch a bunch of, I think having access to it does make you watch a lot of stupid stuff. It does. Oh gosh. Guess if I'm rich or poor lineup. Oh, that's a fun one from Cut. They usually don't get too mad when you watch their stuff, usually, but this one just came out. But I mean, nobody watches me. It's not like I'm stealing anything from them.
Bitcoin.
I do like these guess ones. Because they're just fun. Alright, I was just not paying attention to this game for a really long time. Oh, hold on. Let's skip this.
That's Cartier, that's Van Cleef, that's Rolex. She's doing very well for herself. Everybody, clap for yourself, please.
Yeah, but sometimes that just means they're faking. Like there's a lot of poor people.
I'm Amelia, and
you know, Louis Vuitton.
Specific. Basically, I make girls' butts bigger. My name is Jesse, and I'm a tattoo artist and a retired barber.
My name's Olath. I am a director of a community-based
Whoa,
organization.
whoa. Are these the people? Oh, okay, no. Okay, no.
Really? Yeah.
Okay.
Subjective.
I thought these were the people that we were gonna guess from, and I didn't want to spoil it.
Today, you are guessing if people are rich or poor.
Oh, I'm gonna be good at that. Okay.
Tell me what it means to be rich.
To be very, very comfortable, have extra money on the side to just on a whim kind of want to do something.
Living in good neighborhoods, having access to a lot of resources, and not having a lot of police around.
If I was
No, they have more
towards
police
the
around.
poor side, I
That's
would
why
say
they're
this is
safe
tough
areas.
to talk about, but living paycheck to paycheck.
I feel like poor is like somebody that doesn't have food. I've been poor, okay? I've had to figure out where am I gonna sleep tonight. That's poor and homeless. That's both.
Everybody in this line has a story where they classify themselves as rich or poor.
Oh, classify, see? Oh. Remember, the guy that made MySpace doesn't wear chains, doesn't wear nothing.
Yeah,
crazy,
if they're
so don't just go based off.
I mean, if they're classifying themselves, you know, I always go from like rich or poor. Like I go at, I like to take the government's definition. No, but I usually like, you know, there's a line of like, they have a like how they classify people as, you know, the middle class, the whatever, the poor. There's a line of like income and how much you spend on your stuff, and so that's how I rate. That's why I say a lot, I'm poor, and I'm saying that based upon the government's definition, where I am below the poverty line, which doesn't mean you get certain tax breaks. I would if I had children. But yeah, that's why when I say like I'm poor, I'm using the government's classification of that. That's why I make that joke very often. I'm saying like, oh, it's because I don't have all the things I want, I'm poor. No, I'm using the government. So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, how these people are classifying themselves. You know, it always turns out great when people classify themselves, you know.
Some dude wearing a big old gold chain and you think, rich.
I'm gonna read it first person.
All right.
We're not gonna like offend anybody, are we?
Probably. I mean, probably, yeah.
Wow.
They like to play video games.
Yeah, sometimes or a lot of times.
I don't own a console.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she could be a PC person though. I mean, she's not giving up. I mean, she has a lot of pins. Let's see this.
Wow. Yeah.
Because you can't really, it's hard to go by, because again, there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of poor, like, who buys Louis Vuittons and, like, you know, the brand name stuff? Mostly poor people, so they can pretend in their brain or, you know, show off. It's not, usually wealthy people are not doing that unless they have a brand deal with that place. That's usually the only reason they do that, so it's hard to tell from clothes alone.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes or a lot of times.
I don't own a console.
Oh, okay. At first I was thinking tech. That's why I asked the video game question, and I say this in the most endearing, like, nerd. Like, she looked like a nerd.
I mean, yeah. Well, she's like, yeah, she's dressed very kooky. She has a very colorful dress. She's wearing Converse with stockings, with a leather jacket, like very kooky. A lot of little pins. Yeah.
I like your fashion, but I will lean towards poor.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she could be one of those like my family is wealthy type situation, but like no, I think she's more poor.
Yes,
yeah, I'm gonna say poor on that one.
Anyone quote unquote poor.
This one looks poor.
Her hair, the color's fading, and usually I put color in my hair, so like, and it fades because I can't, you know, go and afford to put the new color in.
That's good.
So I feel really uncomfortable with telling.
Just say it.
Somebody
say it.
Poor, they look poor.
You look poor.
So,
no, I mean.
Yeah.
The thing is, like she doesn't look poor. She just looks normal. Like, she just looks like an average person. So I think, and the majority of Americans are, apparently, according to, you know, if you want to be middle class, you got to make a roughly around, was it like above 200 grand a year? So congratulations. All of us are poor. Technically poor. But we're rich in spirit.
Answer, am I correct?
She just looks normal.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Figures.
The hair dye thing was like really.
Girl, I'm telling you.
Like
That was a good notice. I didn't even notice, like, there's one little strand of green right there. Dang.
Time to get my hair done that
And
way.
then
Yeah, I figured. She just looks normal, and if you're a normal American, then you're poor. You're the majority of Americans are poor.
You get that.
By American standards. By world standards, you know, we're higher, except for in some places in America where there's third world levels of poverty. But
one time again,
pretty much.
How do you define poor? Why are you poor?
I made about 28,000 last year.
Oh, yeah, you're way.
I consider myself like in a lower income bracket. I'm pretty happy overall.
Yeah, you can be happy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she only made 28,000. That's you're low. Again, middle class. I don't think it's 200. I think it's. I forgot. It's been a while since I looked. I know it's above. You have to be making well above 100 grand to be considered middle class, and that's just like the bottom of middle class. That's not like the healthy middle class. Maybe that's what I was thinking. Like healthy middle class, you have to be in the 200,000s, but. Again, of course, this depends on where you live, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to be well above in the 100,000s now, which is like, again, why I keep saying we're all poor. We're among friends.
Myself, and I feel guilty about it.
But you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Self-care is important.
Yeah, so. Like my nails or something like that.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is horrible, by the way. Very horrible.
This is great. This is great.
Parent. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Perrin. That's a nice name. That sounds like a rich name.
That's fancy.
Yeah, it's true.
How you came in? I don't know. It's giving CEO of something.
I don't know. He kind of walked in with his head down and like kind of meek. He could be like a rich person's kid.
Parent. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Perrin.
Like he looks.
That's a nice name. That sounds like a rich name.
That's fancy.
That is true. It does sound like a rich name. He looks like his style is not great, but it's like
how you came.
Like everything looks nice though. You know what I mean? Like if you look close, he's wearing like a weird T-shirt and some weird chains and shit. But it's still like this looks like a nice jacket. Like it looks like he's wearing nice shoes. And if he was just like an average dude, he wouldn't care about that. I don't think he doesn't look like someone who's trying to impress other people. So like when you're poor and you buy rich stuff, you're trying to impress other people. You kind of have a certain like walk about. You're not going to walk out like a meek little like mouse like he did.
Came in. I don't know. It's giving
very confusing.
CEO.
I don't think so.
Of something.
Did you
Oh, maybe.
I'm sort of in college.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
I'm taking a semester off.
Can you laugh for me?
What?
I feel like rich people
Laughing? No. Well, you can't ask people to laugh on command. Most people can't.
have a certain laugh.
That's funny,
like,
though.
It sounds like a Disney villain. Like,
No.
that sounded rich.
I just don't know. There's a vibe about you. I don't know. I'm going to stay with my.
Ah, man. This is hard. I think he's poor. I think maybe he doesn't define himself as poor, but now that I get like a closer look, like, I don't know. He did though, but concerning thing again, the reason I'm guessing against is because minus the shirt and the stupid necklace and the stupid earring, like this looks like crisp and nice. And so does his shoes and his pants from a distance, you know, as I can only see this. And the fact that he was like, I took a semester off. So like, usually rich people say that. I mean, though he could be poor and just be like, I just can't afford it. I mean, I couldn't afford a couple semesters when I was going through college because I was poor. I'm going to say he's poor though. I'm just going to.
Original, and so that you're more on the richer side.
Are you rich?
I think I'm lucky to be where I am for my age.
Oh.
Range,
How old are you?
21.
Oh, wow. What do you do?
Wait, what the fuck?
I'm Gabby Faulkner. I've never actually been on a first date with a stranger.
I guess I'm like at my core like a hopeless romantic.
So I figured,
Wait, what just
why
happened?
Not, like speed run.
Oh, this is an ad in the middle. I was so confused.
How old are you?
21.
Oh, wow. What do you
Oh,
do?
so he is rich.
I was at Duke for a while, but I was working on a
Oh,
university out of school.
no. Yeah, I'm taking a semester off. Damn it. I should have went with my initial one.
Took some time off to work on a company which just sold. So.
How much did you sell the company for?
In the millions.
Yeah.
I feel like an asshole saying that.
Damn. I should have.
You worked hard for it. You went to Duke. Come on.
Why is
I
it that you
should.
feel like
I should have known from the thing. No.
Saying that.
I feel like I grew up in a culture where you're not supposed to discuss money. For the majority of
That's
my life,
true.
I was living with my mom. I was working full-time at Taco Bell to kind of help support the whole family, and I was studying and trying to learn while I was at the drive-thru doing orders.
So you didn't particularly come from wealth.
Yeah, I definitely struggled a lot with money. Like, I'm on a scholarship for college. And I still think even now it kind of drilled in me always be working, which has definitely caused some issues in my personal life.
So what you're saying is, even though you got a lot of money now, it doesn't fix everything?
In my opinion, no. But maybe you'll disagree.
It'll fix a lot of things for me.
Sorry, I'm looking you up and down. I have to analyze. Sorry. So off of first appearance, I would lean more, just off of appearance, more on the poor side.
Yeah.
How did you get here today?
I had to drive.
What kind of car?
I drive a Toyota.
A hybrid?
It's a hybrid.
Yeah.
Are you married?
I am.
Or what does your significant other do?
He is retired.
Do you have animals?
I do. I just got animals. We were pet free for years.
You're not saying what they are. Are they like crocodiles or something?
No, we actually got
I'm getting
some
to
cats.
the-
So
Oh,
we
nice.
got like our
How many
nicest-
did you get? You said cats plural.
3.
Jeez.
Oh,
hell of a
yeah.
lot, huh? I say poor.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I would say poor, but I don't know. Now, from the other guy, it's all throwing me off now. I'm all thrown off. Poor or not poor? I would say. I'm gonna stick with my
Yeah,
initial.
I laugh. I already don't like that word. It's
I'm gonna say
horrible,
poor.
Okay.
Are we right?
Are we right?
No, damn it.
Should have asked what kind of cats.
Oh,
I
that's.
was like, are they the naked cats? Are they the leopard-looking cats?
They're Bengals.
Oh shit.
Bengals.
Those are
What do you find
expensive.
as rich and poor?
So for me, I mean, I know what it's like to be poor. I grew up 40 miles from the nearest town, no running water, indoor plumbing, no electricity, dirt floor poor. And now I have a 2,700 square foot home, have 4 vehicles, I have a car, I have a boat, an RV.
I should have known because she
Meaning
didn't say what her
relatively,
husband did.
She's saying she's rich. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. The fit. 10 out of 10.
Oh.
You're so cute. I love your outfit.
Thank you.
Wow.
I like to describe my fashion as like preppy meets prostitute, you know?
Fair.
You want me to do a turnaround?
Yeah, go ahead. Do your turnaround.
Just
Poor.
off appearance, I would lean more to the richer side.
No,
Just
I'm leaning
off
towards
looks.
poor.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest.
What kind of art do you do?
I do so many things. Like I have a web comic, I have an animation on YouTube. I just do regular digital art on ArtStation, and yeah.
You hungry, little guy?
I'm gonna, Garfield. That was another movie I decided to skip. I must say poor. I keep saying poor, but I think they're trying to trick us.
Do you have Twitch?
Yes.
You do? Or do you like stream on there
Oh.
consistently?
That doesn't mean sometimes.
Okay, how many viewers do you pull?
Wait. Won't that give it away? Like, if it's really high, then you're gonna be like, oh.
Not necessarily. No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Well, it's a fun amount.
It's a fun amount.
Oh, maybe. Okay, well, maybe not so poor.
Lean towards more of the poor side.
I say poor.
Poor? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Poor as balls, and I am very poor for real. It's like I live paycheck to paycheck.
Okay. Yep,
And,
that's most people.
For me, it's like it's not really that much of a big deal. Like, oh my gosh, stop saying I'm poor. Oh
Yeah.
no, oh my gosh. It's just a silly little descriptor thing, and yeah.
Yeah, you're very poor.
It is what it is.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Oh yeah, you got some money.
What?
You got some
That
money.
was fast.
You
I
got
got
some
a
money.
chance to explain myself.
You got some money. Let me see your nails.
Yeah.
What?
Her nails are nicely manicured, and there's some diamond rings and
I don't
some
know.
other diamonds on her hand.
Can you go like this? Okay, you have manicure.
I don't
Those are my
know.
nails, believe it or not.
Oh, she said they're
What's
her
your
real
favorite?
nails, so she can take vitamins, so she's rich.
Oh, you got something else?
I was gonna look at her necklace.
Oh, it's all tangled up right now.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Can I just
Where'd
see
you
it?
get
Though?
Can. This diamond came from my hubby's, my first ring, my first wedding ring. We just turned it into a necklace because we upgraded on 20th. So.
Girl, she's rich. She's rich.
I don't think she's rich. I don't think she's poor, but I don't think she's rich. I think she's lower, probably like lower middle class.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
what do you do then?
I'm actually a preschool director, but that's not why. I mean, let's be honest. My husband makes the money.
Okay.
Oh, no, she says she's
he
rich.
works in tech and with finances.
I think the other giveaway that how long she was married, like it takes a lot of money to stay married.
Oh, come on.
For 2 issues, differing parenting styles and money.
What is a rough estimate of the household income?
Easily 6 figures, like mid 6.
You're talking like $500,000 maybe?
Yeah, something like
Oh shit. Okay, never mind.
My hubby's, I think, something like that.
Good for you.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you. Wonderful to meet you too.
Nice to meet you.
Look like you know your way around plants.
Yeah, I'm a pretty good grower.
What do you grow?
Marijuana.
Oh.
Just off.
I think this
appearance,
guy's wealthy.
Walked in. I don't know. I just get a vibe. This is one of the hardest working men probably ever.
How old are you? You don't mind?
61 this
61?
Friday.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Children?
2, boy and a girl.
Still married?
No.
No?
The girl's mother left it when she was 2 months old, so I
Oh damn.
took control of the situation
Hey,
and
man.
raised my
Respect.
daughter by myself.
Hey, respect.
What do you do?
I'm retired right now.
Retired?
I worked in a lumber mill
Oh,
for
shit.
25 years.
Lumber mill. Okay.
And I also did drywall for another 25 years.
And you've been retired for how many years now?
Good, almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Sissy.
fighting Parkinson's.
Okay. I'm gonna say rich.
I would lean more on the poor side. Andrew, am I
You're
correct?
right.
I'm right?
Oh damn.
How do you feel about
I
the
think,
word?
was he lying when he said he growed marijuana?
Kind of discriminating, I feel,
Yes.
because you can work all your life and never make a dime, or you can win the lottery and be rich as hell.
Exactly.
The most I ever made was $27 an hour. Now I'm on disability. I'm suffering from Parkinson's disease.
Okay.
It's $250 just to go walk in the doctor's door, my neurologist.
Was Parkinson why you retired?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to swing a hammer when you're
Yeah.
shaking.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right.
Good well wishes going forward.
Thank you, Andrew.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm Bamba.
I'm Charlie.
Charlie, nice to meet you. The walk was, I'm a busy guy. I have stuff to do.
Being a barber, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I'm really bad at this. I mean, of course, they pick people that they try to trick you.
This in his haircut?
Yes, no, respectfully. I feel like it's just a hard line. There's no fade. Because it's a fresh haircut. He just got it. If he had money, he would go to somebody that's going to give him a crisp fade.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
Did you go to college?
I did.
Did you graduate?
I did not.
Okay, and what do you do for work now?
I work for a big aerospace company.
Okay,
Ooh.
aerospace, okay.
How many
Yeah.
hours a week do you put into work?
About 90 hours.
Damn. You got 2 jobs?
3.
3 jobs.
Oh.
What kind of car you drive?
I drive a Honda.
Souped up Honda or just a regular Honda?
I think
regular Honda.
I think
Get you
he's
back and
I
forth
think
to
he's
work?
wealthy.
Okay.
I think he's someone who
on the rich side. You
I think
work
he's
in
someone who
aerospace,
saves a
that's
lot
more
of money.
exotic of a job.
Poor?
Yes, I am poor, but
I don't think
I
you're
don't
poor.
really like that term either.
Uh-huh.
I have
How
to
much-
work because I provide for 3 other people.
Oh, okay.
It's me and my parents,
Okay.
and then I provide for 1 other but they don't live with me.
And you support your parents?
I do. They actually came from Cambodia
Okay.
during the genocide. I don't want them
Okay.
to be in like a nursing home or anything.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, you're doing good work, man.
Thank
I'm
you.
Laos too, by the way, so I understand.
Oh, okay.
I understand the
I mean, he's not really poor then. He can I mean, taking care of an end himself. So providing for 4 people, that's not
cultural dynamics of
poor. I mean, obviously not going to be like super wealthy, but
responsible.
Yeah.
I mean,
son or
3
daughter that takes
jobs.
care of their parents.
Nice being
He
you.
probably has to pay for a lot of like health care. That's probably why.
I guess we're supposed to stare at you for like a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Take it in.
Yeah.
Take
it in.
Why do you have on a diamond necklace?
Oh, because I think it's fun.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's not real.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
It was $6
Okay.
off Fashion Nova.
Yeah.
I see confidence, nice shoes. I see some jewelry. I see a watch. I see
What?
I see Van Cleef, and it's yeah, kind of not a cheap bracelet.
You don't look like the person that will wear a $6 diamond necklace.
It is.
Yeah, they're not gonna lie. They
I promise.
Okay. That's Cartier. That's Van Cleef. That's Rolex. She's doing very well for herself. Everybody.
Or she could be poor. I'm gonna say.
Really long.
Uh,
Is that your hair or is it?
It is not.
It is not. So inches cost money.
she has a lot of rich stuff on her, but that doesn't
You're
miss
rich.
that. I think
say
she's.
you're rich.
I think she's poor.
It has to be poor or rich. I can't say
nope.
poor.
Okay, well, why do you think that I'm poor?
Well, I was convinced that those were fake when you told me 2 times. Like,
Well, I just-
and when Brooke said you can't lie, Am I right?
No.
Oh damn.
What's your perspective of rich and poor?
Yes.
Yes.
That changes. See,
Correct.
Personally, I am a stay-at-home mom, so I don't work. I don't earn wages. My husband takes care of everything.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing okay, but
More than okay, but I like the humbleness. I'm in
Yeah.
the jewelry as well, so that's hence
Okay.
why.
that was very great that you noticed those things, though. You know,
course,
I mean, a lady really appreciates it.
It's hard to
Listen,
tell.
Stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad is labor.
Yeah, the really hard
intensive,
ones are the where the
wages
partner makes
and
all the
numbers
money.
behind it.
But it means something to like
Because they
bring
can be poor and still like act like the way they do, like money hasn't changed them. But their
home
partners,
some money. I like to be
yeah,
able to take
make
care
all
of
the
myself.
money
I don't like
and
to have
then.
to ask.
Show of
That was
hands.
fun.
How many did Olaf get right?
I got majority of them wrong, except for these. These were the only 2 I think I got right, and this one was a little like he's just providing for a ridiculous amount of people, and that's why he's poor. But like, to do all that, he'd have to be making a ton of money, which is, I mean, apparently he does. This one I thought he was. This one was a wild card, and then these 3 where their spouses making money, where it's just like it's again hard to tell.
All right, that's 5 out of 8.
That's not.
That's good though. That was fun. I mean, distracted me from doing this stupid sorting that I'm doing over here. I wasn't even paying attention to my sorting. Oh gosh. Cut. That was good. That was fun. I like those. I always like those when you try to like guess. Like sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's really hard. I think they've gotten better at like getting stuff that like tricks people. They do a little shifty stuff, but it's fun. All right, let's watch this so I can focus on. Focus on doing the sorting, which is what I came on to do. Came on to do serious work in this game where nothing matters.
Here. So I always have a lot of sympathy for people who go through the experience of seeing their hobby get brigaded by a bunch of weirdos on Twitter, and that's exactly what we're dealing with today. So the other day, I made a very quick video on my alt channel going over what seems like a fan service arms race in the gacha scene. Now, recently, Azurlane's been dropping bangers, a lot of fan service, even more than usual, and I think a lot of companies like Nikkei, for example, are trying to respond with more fan service themselves. And this was the post that I featured. It is a promotional post for
Nice.
the character Soda with this bunny outfit, and I talked about the fan service in that video. So, like, obviously we can see the Hunkabalunka's flapping in the wind here. She even has what appears to be a vibrator on her hip. A lot
Nice.
of fan service, okay? And in that video, I focused on the more lighthearted aspects of it. But back then, I did not look at the quotes. I was totally unaware of the war that was being waged in the quotes and replies of this post. And as a lot of people noticed, a lot of the people trashing on that design are Genshin Impact players.
Oh,
Boy,
yes.
howdy, is that a
My
terrible
favorite
experience. There's a
people.
lot of insults you can make. You can tell people to game in themselves, but that is weak compared to, I hope your favorite hobby gets brigaded by Genshin Impact players, because that's exactly what's happening in this situation. So let's jump right into the mental illness. Here's an interaction
Yes.
that replies that really sets the tone. This person says, Nikkei women definitely look too old for the taste of Genshin's audience. I'm not denying that there isn't creeps in the Genshin fandom, but saying this when the girl in the post looks like an over-sexualized minor is quite hypocritical. You gotta be shitting me, dude. This is the character they're referring to as a child. They looked at this anime girl with massive titties, the size of literal watermelons, and their first thought was children. That is very strange, and they call you the weird one for enjoying this design. Meanwhile, that is the kind of thought process they're having when they look at this character. But let's move on to the quotes. This user said this: "Why is this considered normal? Some of you need to be put on a watch list for the games you play." Ah, yes. Let's put people on a watch list for playing Nikke and other gacha games. Honestly, what doesn't get you on a watch list according to Twitter users these days? Like, literally enjoying anything that has anything to do with an anime girl will drop you on one of these Twitter watch lists. But here's another one saying, whenever someone downloads this game, there will be a sniper waiting outside their window. Ah, we've elevated to death threats, straight from the watch list to death threats. I wish I could say I was surprised by that quick jump there, but this is Twitter, of course. Here's another one saying, I've met a total of 2 people who play this game, and they both admit that this game is way too sexual and agreed with us when we made fun of them. Ah, yes, you guys probably were having a riot as you had this conversation.
Yeah,
you know,
they agreed
you and
with us.
Chip and Penny. Must have been a real funny conversation. But here's another quote saying, God, I effing hate this game and anyone who plays it. This is always very strange to me. Like, how do you have the energy for this? Like, how do you have the energy to hate someone who plays a game or to hate a game? All of these things of which you could completely ignore if you wanted to. But instead, you sit there and you seethe about people playing a game. It's so strange. How do you have the energy to hate people who play Nikke? Like, just ignore them and ignore the game if you don't like it. It's not that deep. Here's another one saying, I'm so serious, please block me if you play this weirdo stuff. Ah, yes, I bet if you read their bio on Twitter, it would be something like...
Not like the Genshin that we play for distinguished people.
Please do not interact if you're a racist, a homophobe, a Nazi, or a Nikke player. Like, that is the level of seriousness they have towards something like playing a gacha game. But here's another one saying, please, I don't give a F about sexualization, this or that, but instead of just how awful the live 2D stuff looks, like, why does her breast just snap into place like that? Whoever invented it, when I join you in hell, we will duke it out. No holds barred. I doubt you're going to do anything like that. You're going to duke it out. People like you have a panic attack when you're trying to order fast food. Like, it's not that deep, again. But moving on, this user says this has got to be the worst anime girl design I have ever laid eyes on. Now, I understand if you don't like this design, it's not your thing, but really, the worst ever. It's the worst ever. Every time there's like a discussion about an anime character design and people are mad about it on Twitter, they always say, whatever the latest one is, it's the worst design ever. Meanwhile, millions of people clearly enjoy it. But moving on to the next one, deeply questioning how exactly stereotypical men find this attractive. I don't know, guys. In the comment section, can you help me understand why straight men would enjoy this character design? It's definitely a very confusing and tough question to answer. Am I right, guys? Moving on, here's another one saying, why would you design something like this? You have to be sick in the head, actually. Ah, yes. Being told you're sick in the head for this character design. Meanwhile, all of the people in the quotes are treating this character like it's a real person. Listen to these comments. She probably leaning like that because her back is killing her. No wonder she's bending over and moving like that. Her back must be snapped in half. So, she has crippling back issues, right? Pray for her back, chat. She's probably in pain. She's probably not because she's not real. I don't understand. Every time there's a large-breasted anime character, people start talking about back issues. She's not feeling anything. She's not real. Like, I hope this helps. But moving on, this dude said, is she holding her suit strap up with her hands? Well, I'm glad you have observational skills. That's literally what's happening. Like, what else do you want to add? This person said, imagine a dude doing this. Well, I would imagine it would look something like this, you know?
Yeah.
But again, as always, people always make this comment about, you know, what if they did this fan service to men? Okay, do it. Like, no one's telling you no, or go ahead and create your own game and do whatever you want and see if you can compete. Like, there's nothing stopping you from doing that. And also, here's another round of very similar points being made. People saying, who actually likes this game? Like, I'm so serious. Do people unironically enjoy this? Are people actually playing this? Do people seriously play this game? I can't believe shit like this is topping the gacha charts, yet Alchemy Stars is barely making any money, which, first of all, skill issue. But all these people saying, like, who plays this? How does anyone play this? There's
a lot of people play these games. They're super popular. There's a reason they make...
$1 billion.
There's a reason they make these games.
Nikke is exploded. People are clearly playing this game and spending a lot of money on it. Like, this is not some insider info. It turns out a lot of people would pay good money to see a bunch of sexy anime characters. I know, this is shocking, but Nikke knows their audience and they are appealing to it, and they are earning a lot of money. And there's a lot of people flocking to gacha games like Nikke, mainly because of the fan service and the character designs that clearly a lot of people like. And also, I always find it very narcissistic when people see stuff like Nikke. You know, they don't play it personally, or maybe they haven't really heard of it, or the designs are something that's not their forte, so they immediately go, well, if I don't like it or I haven't heard of it, then clearly nobody in the world has either, because basically they're the center of the universe and they can't believe people would do anything that they're not aware of or a personal fan of. But moving on, here's another comment saying, people really unironically play this game and are public about it. Yes, it's a video game. Like, you shouldn't be put on a watch list or threatened or wanting people to harass you over the simple fact you're playing a game. Again, third time I've said this in this video, it's not that deep. It's just a game. Let people enjoy
it is deep.
Playing a game.
Wrong. This is our lives.
If I was a voice actor, I would not want this game on my resume. Why? Why wouldn't you want this game on your resume? In fact, here is the voice actress who is clearly very excited about getting this role. Would you tell her to her face
of
that
course,
she
it's a
should
big
be
deal.
embarrassed to the point of not wanting this on her resume? You probably wouldn't. I think she's very excited about this, as she should be. It's a great opportunity. Like, please, stop being so insecure about your hobbies or what people on places like Twitter might think about you. But honestly, a lot of the reaction in the quotes too involves people mocking a lot of the Genshin Impact players, trying to say something about this design. You can see memes like this getting a lot of likes. And also this simple point that is a very good one. Makes me happy to see the game gatekeep itself. That is a very important function, and one that was true with anime for a very long time, and now with increasing censorship and things like that, and studios catering to a bunch of crybabies on Twitter, that wall, that gatekeeping function is getting a little bit weaker for anime, but I'm glad to see Nikke gatekeeping all of these people out of their fandom. Like, it's a great function, and I'm glad to see it happen. But that's going to do it for this video. There was a lot of interesting topics coming up, so as always, feel free to share your thoughts about them in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Oh, these are different things. Oh yeah, more censoring. Oh, this is the same company. The same company getting in trouble. I don't understand how you can post stuff. Like, you can literally just post straight up porn on X, like, constantly, but then, like, this stuff will get...
So today we're
like, this stuff will get flagged and in trouble. It just makes zero sense. Like, the self-awareness is very low.
Censorship of anime-style games, beginning with an update to a video I uploaded to my alt channel about a week ago. If you want the full details of that video,
God, more trash. You have an alt account?
And also, while you're there, consider subbing to the alt channel. I've been uploading pretty regularly on that channel, so if you want some extra content, there you go. But to sum up this story very quickly, there's a game called Snowbreak Containment Zone, and recently they have focused more on fan service with their game, and in response to that, the English voice actors for that game decided to make a stand and basically quit over this new focus on fan service, and basically they walked away and nobody cared. Like,
yeah,
it was honestly
I'll just replace you.
Result out of this whole thing. I mean, they want to cry about fan service? Okay, bye.
That's the industry you're in.
Completely unbothered by this.
Yeah, what do you mean?
There was also a focus by the creators of this game, and they really looked at the situation, not only the voice actors walking away, but also they thought to themselves, and they recognized this publicly, that, well, a lot of people are playing the subbed version of this game anyway, so maybe we don't even need the English dub.
You probably don't even need it.
Again, a very funny result. But here is the update to that situation, an actual good development here, and how these things should be handled. So it appears that the team over at Snowbreak, they opened up a specialized channel for localization feedback, and they're asking for fan translators to contact a team member if they want help in translation.
Dude, I mean, like, honestly, you know, I used to watch, I mean, I haven't, actually, in the last couple of, in the year or so, I haven't watched that much anime, but I used to watch anime all the time, like, back when you had to find it on, like, VHS tapes, and they weren't legit sources. But when the internet came about and you could find internet like, and they had, you know, localizers, but I always hated, even if they were doing like the subs for it, I would always rather find, even to this day, I still prefer to find like fan subs of it because they're always way better. I don't know about now because I haven't watched anime in a long time, but yeah, I don't subscribe to any of the localizers and stuff like that because it's just like they always do not a subpar job. Despite being paid for it, when it's crazy when the people who do it for free do a better job for you. And so yeah, I always never understood why don't they just, if I was doing that, I would just find one of these people who's already doing it for free for a good job, and I would just offer to pay them to do it. So like, yeah, this makes a whole lot of sense. There's a ton of people who are very passionate about this stuff who are doing it literally for free and doing it better than the people who are getting paid to translate or do this. So yeah, this is I don't know why more Japanese I mean, I do understand why they don't do it because they just don't care to understand the culture. But yeah, more Japanese companies should just do this because there's way better people out there who do it for free.
They are renewing their focus on giving better localizations and translations and allowing their community to contribute more. This is a very good response to the situation and something a lot of other games should be doing as well with their communities. Now we're going to focus now on
it just works out better for everyone.
Now,
oh no.
Oh
no.
I'm sure you understand the very simple aspect of this game.
If you don't know, okay, Blue Archive's a bit, I mean, I assume you don't know. I just know because I know, like I said, this is my garbage that I love, my guilty pleasure that I love. So this game, Blue Archive, is I guess there's no other way to say it. It's basically you play as a teacher building a harem of students. So it's basically pedo the game. You know what I mean? Not good. Not good. I understand that. So yeah, I'm surprised more people don't talk about it. Because yeah, you're playing as the teacher and you're creating a harem of the girl students. So, and they ain't college. Let me tell you. So it's already not good. So anything that goes along with this, I love.
Now, a lot of you guys enjoy Blue Archive, and I'm sure.
I bet they do.
Simple aspect of this game and what you're doing. You're playing as this beautiful bastard here, and you're collecting your harem of students. I mean, it's really just that simple. However, this game has also had a very aggressive attitude towards tourists who are trying to censor and also infiltrate this community in ways that will harm the product and the general feel that the real community wants to have. They're very aggressive against tourists, and that's a great thing. However, there's been a chip in the armor recently. Some people have been noticing some changes to the localization of Blue Archive. People have discovered multiple...
I mean, listen, it's like I said, it is like it's a pedo simulation, which isn't great. So like, if you're going to censor it, like it's either in or it's out. There's no like sanitized version of it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not condoning the game. Like, it's pretty disgusting, but I mean, I think it's weird to try to censor it. Like, you know, I mean, parts of it, because there's no way you can get there's no way you can sanitize it. You know what I mean? You're either in or you're not in. So I think it's weird that you would put effort into. I can understand like trying to be like, hey, this is a gross game and we don't like the people that play it, and the people who play it seem to be like, yeah, we don't care if you don't like us, like just let us have our gross little thing, which is fine, as long as it's not hurting anyone. But yeah, it's weird that they try to like censor this, because again, how are you gonna make this not what it is? An adult man hareming a bunch of children. How are you not gonna make this? How are you gonna sanitize it? That's what I'm curious to find out.
Multiple lines of dialogue that seem like they are being censored for the purposes of the English localization. Let's see some of the comparisons here. So here's one line from the English localization saying, "Come and sit, sensei. There is work to be done." Where the original translation from the Korean dialogue says, "Welcome, sensei. Now come sit next to me. It's time to begin working." No? But this is the main one that's really interesting. So here's the English localization. It says, "I'd be irritated if you left my life with no warning. I request you stay close by my side where I can't lose sight of you. That is all." Where the original translation says this, Please don't disappear something without a word. Please always be right where my eyes can see you, where I can always feel your warmth. That's all I desire. Now, I know there's people out there who will say, what's the big deal? It's not really that big of a change. Well, first of all, anytime someone says it's not that big of a deal, then why'd you change it in the first place?
That's always the thing.
But also, in this case, I believe this is a pretty significant dialogue change, especially in the sort of emotion behind it. Like, there's a big difference between someone saying, I don't want to lose sight of you, versus I want to feel your warmth at all times.
Fair.
I think one is a lot more intimate than the other. And of course, you're dealing with a student and the teacher here, and obviously with the normal
I think that's what most people
of English localizations, you can guess that people.
I mean, I think that's I think if you just don't like, then just don't localize it. Like, just don't like there's no way you're gonna sanitize this. It is what it is. It's a it's a pedo simulator. It's what it is. If you don't like it, then don't localize it. Just be like, nah, it's not the project for us. Like, man, we just don't feel like it's something we want to do. So there's like, this doesn't help it. Like, this doesn't sanitize it.
Or somehow outraged by this. But also keep in mind, as everyone on Twitter, the people complaining about this and celebrating, or the people celebrating censorship like this on Twitter, they ignore the fact this game is rated and tailored towards an adult audience, and also with all these
certain
other
audience,
games,
which
like,
should be on the
again,
list. But
this game is tailored towards this stuff. So why would it surprise you at all that there'd be dialogue like this between Sensei and one of the students? Like, it's ridiculous to think this is outlandish. If you're going to censor this aspect, then pretty much you'd have to censor the entire game and most of the dialogue, because that's pretty on par with everything else. But moving on, some people would identify some of these tourists celebrating and excusing these acts of censorship with the localization of Blue Archive. Discovering this in the official Blue Archive Discord server. Here's some conversations from
why
a
does
user
this look different?
saying, stop treating the game like a harem teacher fetish game, please. And then they say, the moment you show me a real life conversation where saying I want to stay close enough to you to feel your body heat is an English-speaking country.
Sorry, hold on. Why do these? I'm sorry. Why do these two chests? They're the same, but they look different. What the? Like, they're the same size and they're the same thing. They just look. I don't understand why they're different. That's weird. I made them in the same. I don't. Sorry, it's just bugging me. One of those persnickety things. A medium magic chest. That's what all of these are. No? Oh. Oh, a large. Oh, no, it is different. Wait, but it has the same... Oh, it is different, but it has the same, amount of things. Unless I counted wrong, which I could have counted wrong. Hold on. Hold on, sorry. I know you're riveting to know more about this pedo game. I know you are. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, I was wrong. I was really wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it's one up. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. Anyways, back to what they were saying. Sorry.
Saying, stop treating the game like a harem teacher fetish game, please. And then they say
That's what it is, though. That's literally what it is. That's literally what the game is.
moment you show me a real life conversation where saying I want to stay close enough to you to feel your body heat is an English speaking country in a student teacher context is not awkward. I'll say your criticism of the localization is valid. Sensei isn't a total sim for everyone or every student, therefore I hate Sensei, end quote. Again, not a teacher-student harem fetish game. I don't know what game they're playing. I think anyone taking even an initial glance at this game knows what it's all about.
Yeah,
saying this game is not like a...
It is what it is, man.
Harem teacher fetish game or something like that is crazy. It's like saying Nekopara is not a harem game. Like, of course it is. Like, you're not there just mentoring the cat girls. You are,
you are
literally including them in a growing harem throughout the volumes. Like, it's very obvious what it is, and that's what Blue Archive is as well. And also this idea that if something is not a normal conversation in real life, all of a sudden it must be fixed to look like a normal conversation in real life. That's a pretty ridiculous standard to have to live up to. But anyways, let's move on to a different game, okay? Now we're going to look at Azur Lane. Now, I've been talking about Azur Lane and some other gacha games like Nikke recently because of a big push on fan service recently. Now, these games always had a lot of fan service. We know this, but recently I feel like Azur Lane, Nikke, and other games are really pushing it to the next level. It's a fan service arms race where they're trying to outdo each other. However, it appears that the official Azur Lane account here might have gone a little too close to the sun, okay?
Oh, no.
They're having some issues. Now, to clarify before I read this tweet, translated, of course, this is not my censorship. This is their censorship of their own tweet. And they say this: currently, we've received a request from the ex-management policy team to restrict...
Yeah, see, this is what I was saying. This makes zero sense. That they're so focused on this stuff when there's, like, legitimate, just straight up, non-censored, no holds bar porn everywhere on Twitter. Now, obviously, they don't like that, but it's just, like, crazy that drawings... I'm not saying that drawings can't be porn, but, like, this is clearly not that. It's risque, sure, but like when you have full, like, it's just very hypocritical and nonsensical to be like, we gotta really focus on this. It's like, it clearly points to whoever's, you know, nicking them or getting them, like they have a clear bias against this type of lewd stuff versus, I guess, regular human lewd stuff. You can't sexualize a character, but a regular human being, that's just fine.
The content of posts with images from the official X of Azur Lane. Therefore, the following tweets may be deleted in the near future. Please rest assured that the in-game productions and illustrations will not be restricted. So it sounds like they're going to have to self-censor themselves with their promotional tweets for their game because the team over at Twitter is basically threatening them with some sort of a punishment. I don't know what that punishment might be, but they are going after games like Azur Lane, which is a load of crap. I don't know why they're doing that. And you can see, even after the fact, in the coming days, they have continued to follow along with this self-censorship to basically keep their account going on Twitter, releasing another post with censorship right here, and of course, even outright stating the mysterious light in the introduction image is a policy response and is not part of this Cheshire Magic event here. So yeah, it seems pretty obvious that for some reason Twitter is now cracking down on this stuff, and that's obviously really annoying and something that shouldn't be happening. I mean, look at the kind of things that are on Twitter. Also, they have a huge bot problem, especially with bots spamming literal poontang in your replies. You can tweet anything right now, and you might have 2 to 3 different bot accounts spamming literal porn in your replies, telling you to click on this link, go here, whatever. It's all really ridiculous, and I don't know.
Yeah, you can't really look at Twitter or X in public now. I mean, it was hard before, but now it's nearly impossible.
That's probably one of the reasons, but overall, it's super annoying, and it's exposing people to a lot of stuff that they don't want to see. And yet, accounts like Azur Lane, where people are clearly okay with more lewd content, are having to witness censorship because Twitter, for some reason, is cracking down on them. It's very hypocritical if you think about it. Now, that's going to do it for the news portion of this video. Now, I want to take some time to talk about what's going on my Twitch channel. That's right, I do stream on Twitch. It always shocks people, even though it's right above my head.
Names above your head.
I have some good news to share. I'm on my Partner Plus Level 2 push right now, meaning I need 300 sub points on my channel for 3 months in a row, and I
got all that just to organize my stupid chess in this game.
Has been a success. We made it for the first month. Now we got to replicate that for the next 2 months. As you can see, we're starting up June, and to let's say incentivize, definitely not bribe, incentivize you guys to tier 3 sub, and to get sub points, the 300. It comes from paid subscriptions, tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Tier 3 being worth 6 points. So to encourage you guys to do that, I've been giving some limited edition merch. 35 slots per month. Of course, May is complete. We sold out all the slots for May, which is awesome. Thank you guys. Now, the next month is, of course, June with these Peeker stickers. And of course, if you want to get that, make sure you tier 3 ASAP.
Okay.
Don't lose your slot. And of course, if you do tier 3, make sure you fill out this Google form here. You can get it from
I was
this,
trying to give Garrett a
this QR
chest. I
code.
don't
You
know if
scan
there's
it here,
space in here for
and,
that.
make sure you fill that out. I'll also put it in the description.
Oh, you know what? We could lift this up.
Video as well. But yeah, don't miss out. The peeker stickers, very cool. Put them on your car. Put them on your fridge. I don't care. Wherever you put them, it's going to let people know that you're very based, okay? That is important. So don't miss out on your June slot. Go ahead and tier 3 for the month of June. Or go ahead and do the next 2 months if you want to secure your slot for July as well. So don't miss out on that, guys. But yeah, for now, that is going to do it for this video and this little recap of the Partner Plus push here. I believe, guys, we can do it. 2 more months to go. But as always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Gosh. God, I did not expect this thing to take me this long just to do that. I'm already like kind of done with this. Might be a short stream. There's a short stream. Oh gosh, I should get back to working on my videos that are going to release next week. Do the responsible thing. Sometimes you don't want to do the responsible thing, you know? Sometimes you just want to watch the... Oh, yeah, like that even VTubers are talking about this. That's amazing. Oh, yeah, this is the other thing I'm making. I'm making a video on this thing. I'll save that for later. I think that'll come out on Tuesday. I'm trying to do it so that the weekends are kind of like... let's see. The weekends are kind of like, you know, my time to like do... all caps. Are kind of like my, you know, random times where I just do whatever. But I'm trying to make it so that every day during the week I put out at least a video, whether that's a stream. So I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that leaves Tuesday and Thursday when, you know, I hang out with friends and, you know, have a social life other than just on the internet. I try to put those videos out, and then of course my review videos usually come out on Monday because I see the video movie when I was going to see them. I saw them on, you know, Friday, and then, you know, did the video over the weekend. So I'm trying to do that thing so that at least every single day during the week I put out a video, and then every day of the week I put out, you know, my stupid shorts that I put out every single day. Well, that's what I'm trying to do going forward, and it's going pretty good. I think I got it to where my schedule, because again, I work full time, so obviously I work, you know, 45 to 50 hours a week at my actual job, and then this I just do for fun because I just like making stupid videos, because it's just something that I always enjoyed doing. So I think I've gotten I think I finally figured out a good balance where I can do all of that, because that's just the hard part, is just trying to balance, you know, obviously, you know, doing my job, keeping my personal relationships, you know, intact, you know, taking care of myself as well, and then putting out a video every single day during the week. But I think I figured out with this short form, like little short things that I was doing. I think I figured it out, and then putting out like a bigger video out once a month with usually the no context needed. Like this thing it didn't take me that long to make or film, but man, it took me so long to freaking render, because I put everything in this. If you don't know, I put everything in this so it looks like an old VHS tape, and just the filters over it. Just, man, it's fine when I'm doing like a short video, like this 5-minute one. But when I did like a 20-minute video, it was like, this is going to render for 2 hours. There's nothing you can do about it. I was just like, damn. That's really nice. I'm trying to get it better at it. But yeah, I think I'm kind of just organizing this kind of burden. I was planning on doing so much more. I was planning on like mining more and like actually building a garden. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, but maybe I won't. I probably won't stream it tomorrow. It depends on if I finish my video. I like to finish at least one and a half of the videos on the weekend, so I don't have to do that much during the week. And I usually make a good chunk of my shorts on Sundays, so we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I was planning to make a whole garden. I was planning to get all the materials and mine and do all this stuff. At least I got this organized with the bigger chest, which is really gonna help, because now we have, you know, a whole bunch of. I need to replace this and put this. Maybe eventually I'll replace these and make them the bigger chest, but for right now I think they're fine. I wish you could collapse. I mean, I don't know why I'm complaining. This game is very, very forgiving in the resource department. Very forgiving, but when you destroy stuff, you don't get your stuff back, which is fine. Again, I don't know why I shouldn't be complaining. We get a lot. Yeah, I was planning to get more salts, but I really don't feel like doing this anymore. And I'm thinking about the videos that I need to start on, at least make the thumbnails for them and do some sort of art stuff. But anyways, I think I'm gonna end it short little stream, just hanging out, shooting this. That's usually my weekend streams are like this anyways. Just short little hanging out, doing nothing. Let's put this back. But yeah, that's the wrong button. You can see that's how I lay it out. You can see how I lay it out there. But yeah, all right, that's gonna do it for me for today. I'm thinking about it. There's definitely no way I'm gonna have free time to stream tomorrow, but I will stream on Monday. I think I'm gonna get back into the Wawoo or woo-wah, that's what it is. The wandering waves. Well, Wuthering Waves, that's what it is. Still not done with it. It's pretty stupid, but it's been pretty fun. I think I'm gonna play that on Monday as usual. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So anyways, that's gonna do it for me for tonight. Thanks for everyone who popped in. Thanks for all you dirty little lurkers in the back who didn't say anything. We love a good dirty little lurker here. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Hitting that subscribe button only makes you part of the Chonk family, but it gives you endless benefits. And yes, they exist. We just don't talk about it. I stream every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday, and randomly on the weekend. So come here and check me out on my main streaming platform, that is YouTube, or you can watch me on Twitch or Kick, because I stream to them simultaneously. But if you are on YouTube, as I just showed, you will get pretty much a video every single week and a short every single day. So there's that. But anyways, that's gonna do it for me for tonight, and I will see you, specifically you,